I want to do a really quick video because I want to join in on the hashtag give a scrap. I'm going to make a very quick art journal, and it's going to be out of junk that I've got in my stash, and it's also using very basic supplies. So if you're just starting out, you've never made a junk journal, this is perfect for you, because I'm not going to use anything you might not already have. Jovi from Creating with Jovi has nominated me because she knows me only too well. I love to recycle, loving using up my scraps. So this is perfect. And also thank you to Angela, the travelling crafter, for the collab. I'll leave both their links down in my description box. So as you can see from the video, I've had an absolute ball with this and I've so enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy it too. Okay, so let's do this. I'm so excited. I've got some basic supplies that I'm pretty sure most of you have got in your stash. And I've challenged myself to make a journal out of this flip out old map book that I've had lying around in my stash since I picked up loads of them at the car boot. Now it's just black and white, which, you know, absolutely fine. But the other side is plain. Very handy for writing on. So I'm going to try and transform this into a junk journal today. Let's see how we get on. So the first thing I'm going to do, I know I'm laughing because I don't even know if I can do it. So it's going to be fun. I'm going to try and get this off here. It's not glued on much, but it's probably stuck quite well. Or plan B is to actually not peel it off and make a mess, but actually take it off. Take the rest of the map off and give myself a back cover. Up there for thinking, ladies, up there for thinking. Okay. Oh, it's very tricky because it's a huge map. And I'm trying not to rip the rest of it, which I already have, so that's going well. All I'm going to do... Oh, I haven't got any glue. That's a bit of a basic need. So hopefully you can all get your hands on a glue stick. I'm trying to use anything I've got in my stash. So let's glue this down, and that can be our back page. I know, we're off and running. So, looking okay so far. Good start. Let's think what we're going to do on the cover first, because it's obviously going to be a flimsy one. I'm gonna move all this off and use this, and I'm gonna paint my cover. So I've got a selection of colour. I just grabbed a Payne's grey, a raw sienna, and some white. Just because, not any particular reason, just because I quite like the grungy look, and I'm going to try and make it quite grungy. So let's just put some of this down. Can you see everything? I'm going to zoom out a little bit. There we go. I don't want you to miss bits. I've done that before. Right, let's just mix some of this and this together. A paintbrush. Nice and quick, hopefully, this is going to be. We'll see. My nice quick videos sometimes don't work out like that. Right, no, I don't really want to... What I'm going to do, I think, is put this underneath and just put a base layer down. Okay, so it's all dry. I'm just going to add... Now, I was going to paint. I've just changed my mind. And, oh yeah, you can tell I've used these recently. Not. I thought what I might do is just plop on some paint, because I feel like that. I'm in that sort of mood today. Watch out. Watch out. And I've got my little roller that I use when I'm doing gel printing. And I thought, let's just do something mad. And just put something else on this cover. I think I might make an art journal. This could be a little art journal. Because I don't do that much. And this might be a good place to practice. Doesn't matter if I mess it up. How about that? Okay. Just put that on one side because I want to make my pages. Now, obviously, each of these is going to fit in my book. So how about, I know it's very big. Hopefully you can get the gist of what I'm doing. I'm going to rip along the fold lines like this. I'll just show you one because this might take a minute. And then I've got this. So I'm thinking, no plan for this, by the way, shall I just tell you? That is a page. Ha ha. So if I can do that, obviously I'm going to be one missing because of the front, but then I can put that on the back. Plan. So I'm going to carry on and rip all of these down along the long line, leaving me a page like that. So when you rip it, don't rip it across. Oh, you can if you remember where to rip it, but I think this is easier. I'm not going to make too many mistakes doing this. Hopefully. I think I've got loads of pages. Look at all these pages. Okay. We're on a roll. Right, so while I'm doing this, I am trying to think of what else I'm going to do on my cover. I'm not, as I said, don't really do painting and mixed media stuff, so it's all a bit new. Okay, so we may have some very small pages in my book. I'll think about that if I haven't got enough pages. So 2 of those. And, oh, 2 of those. So that's another 2 pages. That's, yeah. And I'm going to have some spares because these ones, obviously, are, oh, look at that. I'm going to take that one off. These are great bases for pages. I love them. Look at that. Pile all sorts on there. Bit of gesso. And you're ready to go. So now I have pages, and to make them into a signature, those are my odd ones. I'll find something to do with them. What I'm going to do is just put them all inside each other, and that will be my signature, just like this. And then they'll have all these pages to play on. Hopefully that'll work. They all folded up before very nicely. Let's have you opening up. There we go. So I've now got a signature. I'm not worried about the edges, they can stay like that. So signature, I might as well keep it the right way up. So how about we just cover the other side, because why wouldn't we? Don't mind if it's blue on the inside. A little bit of brown coming around the edge. I'm sure it's going to get more messy than that. And I do have to think of some sort of focal point for the front of my cover. So I think it's going to look really cool. So there we go. Done. Just got to sew it in and we're finished. Something on there. Do you know what? It's a bit dark. I am going to lighten this up just a little bit before I start. How about How about some sploshes? Sploshes would be good thing, but I could splatter and make a real mess. That sounds like much more fun. So let's get a bigger brush. I don't think I've got a brush. Right, I need water. I have a little bottle that, right, let me move everything. This might make a mess. Let's have a go. I'm going to add some of this water. I'm not going to spray it. It will take me all day. Oops, might be too much. I'm going to get a different brush. I don't know if this brush will work. We'll have a go. We're good at trying things out. That's what junk journaling's all about. Playing with the stuff that you've got and seeing what you can do with it. Right, I'm just going to protect some stuff. I don't really want this going everywhere. I've got an old magazine. I'm just going to put it up there to cover my camera stand. And then I've got my bone folder. Not an essential, but maybe a good plan for now. And I'm just going to... I've probably made far too much paint here. Too much water and too much paint. This is quite fun in itself, isn't it? I don't usually do splatters. Why don't I do splatters? This is cool. Little tiny splatters now. Big ones and little ones. I like... Right, stop. You're having far too much fun. Just stop. Right, now we're going to have to dry it again. Okay, so I stood up and I'm not keen. I did have some fun, but I'm not keen. So I'm going to, you know, mush it up a bit because I just think no. I don't know why, just no. Is that funny? You're probably all going, oh, no, but it looked all right. No. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. I think it's just too dark for me. I don't know. It's funny because I love grungy, but this just wasn't what I wanted. I'm just going to play. This is the whole point of doing this. It's going to be really soggy. Let's put some more on that side. I don't know what it is, whether it's the two that I picked, the colours I chose, just like not working together. But I quite like the effect it's leaving behind. I do like that. See, that's the grungy bit, isn't it? I like that. I think I'm getting there. And you're all going, what on earth? What is she doing? Don't know, guys, just playing. Right, I'm going to try. Let me just turn a page. Because I need to put it down and see if I can dry it again. Right. Okay, I'm liking it better. I've grabbed out some bits to decorate the cover. Just a few, because I might add more. And it's okay. Do you know what? The messier this is, the better, because then you don't mind if you make mistakes in it, which I'm going to, let's face it. I mean, I've already made mistakes on the cover, so what I'm doing is just sort of making just going to make like a focal point collage-y thing on the front. You know what I mean? One of them. I don't want all the little bits. And I've got some tissue. And I've also got some tissue that I did some gel printing on. God, don't know how long ago this was. a while. I did gel printing on tissue. That was fun. Let's pop this. And I can add to this as I go along. As I'm creating in my book, I might think, oh, I like that. That'll go nice on the cover. And I can add it. So if I don't do this book, please remind me, won't you, in the comments that I've got to do this book, because I think it's going to be fun. I've got this as a focal point because how fun is that? I'm loving that. That is, I couldn't do that. Nobody could lift me up like that. So, yeah, we're going to just glue all this down. And I'm only using this. If it comes off, I'll just re-glue it. Not a big deal. If it's just for yourself, you can just do whatever you want, guys. If you want to glue it down with your best glue, carry on. I don't. I thought I would just use my glue stick. You're probably thinking it's a right mess, and that's fine. You can do yours as pretty as you like. But remember, if you make it pretty, you might be worried about making a mess of it. So I don't want to have to worry in this little... So this moves everywhere. I don't know why I use them. I don't want to have to worry, was what I was saying, wasn't it? Because, you know, it's all... This is all about having just some playtime. So we're just going to pop that on. Just like that. And I might frame it with something. I'm just wondering what I can put around the edge. Could put one of my frames on that I made. I wonder if I've got one that will fit. Ooh, because that would be fun. Oh, I don't think I've got one big enough. This is the only one. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to use it. Look at that. If you missed the video where I made these frames, I'll link it at the end. But that would work perfect. Look, it's even got them colours. Oh my goodness. I'm slightly blown away. But that is not actually working. As all these are a card and fabric. And I had so much fun making these. I don't know how many I made. So many. So many. It is one of those mass makes that you can just sit and do. But I think once we've put this on, I'm not worried about them edges. Because, yeah, I'm just not worried about anything today. I'm having a lovely day. Very chilled. And I'm just going to put that on. That's a perfect frame. Look at that. Oh my goodness, I love it. It does need a title. I'll have to find some words. But the first thing I'm going to do now, what I'm going to do now is just sew in this signature. And we're not going to measure. And we're not going to use my best, what do you call it? Wax thread. We're just going to grab. What have we got? What colour? What colour are we on? Should we do blue? I've got a bit of blue in there, haven't we? I've got blue somewhere. Now, I'm just going to do this with some string. That needle is not going to fit. I need a big fat off needle, which has disappeared. Nope, there it is. And all I'm going to do is thread this up. 1, I'm going to do 3 because it's just string, plain white parcel string. I'm not using anything here that is difficult to get hold of or that you might not have. Substitute what you have. You can use embroidery thread, you can use your wax thread, it's up to you. I'm not going to be able to thread that, am I? I will use my threader because I'm not very good at threading needles. For a sewer, I'm not very good at threading needles. There we go. Much easier. I have lost my voice this week at work. It's been terrible. Been doing so much talking. Not just talking, but, you know, talking to patients. Right. I'm going to just push my book together. Now, if you want a really easy... a really easy one. This is your 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Roughly look where the middle is. You can only do this with one signature, really, because if you do it with more than one, you can't really line them up. You have to sort of do a bit of measuring. Okay. And then sort of come up about 1 inch and poke through again and come back. This is like just... no measure. Oh, I hate measuring. In case you hadn't already guessed that from my journaling. Pop that through. Oh. And then back up the hole in the middle. I mean, I'm pretty sure you've all done this, but I'm just going through it because it's part of making the journal. So go back up your hole. Just be careful not to split your threads. So it might be a good idea to do it in 2 bits, like that. This is, when you're using this stuff and embroidery cotton, you can split through. I'm just trying to... I can't get it through. See, sometimes it's a bit tricky. Sometimes it'll go through straight away. Right, come on, go through. There we go. Whoops. I think we've done it. I think we've done it. Pull it through. It's a bit tough in the middle. And then just give it a bit of a tight. So you've got it nice and neat. Both sides, and just tie a knot. Like that. And you're pretty much done. How about that? I'm going to cut these off because I never know what to do with them in the middle. I don't do dangles and things. There we go. One arty book made from an old map that I wasn't going to use. And, you know, how easy was that, guys? I'm quite happy with how that's turned out. Do remind me to work in this. Okay. I have extra pages, which I may put with my grungy stuff because I can use that. So that is my journal for the hashtag Give a Scrap. Thank you, Jovi, for nominating me. I think that's the word. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, as you may have been able to tell. I may decorate this more and I do need a word on it. I may quickly put a word on before I go. I have a little book of words. Let's see what we can find very quickly before I go. And I have them. I don't want any comments about this, but I have got them in alphabetical order because I could never find anything. So I haven't got anything for like craft, art I want. Oh, there we go. Art. Is that the only one I've got? Ahoy. There's another one. Art adventure. Oh, I could put art adventure, couldn't I? Because it is going to be quite an adventure. Oh, that's too big. Won't fit. So there we go. They're going to go on somehow. Do you think I can do that? Do you think that fits? Oh, I would like them together. Maybe I should make... Oh, ooh. Now I want to do something else. I knew this would happen, which was why I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. I really want that on there. And then this can go down there, that's fine. I'm going to glue that on because that's fine. And I might sort of colour around it and things. But I think the art needs to be... You don't need to do anything fancy. It's your book. You do what you like. I know what I want to do. I want to back that now onto some card. Right, I have a little grungy scrap here. And I'm thinking if I can pop that onto there. Yeah, I know. Out comes the grungy stuff. Of course. You knew that was going to happen. Oh. I am losing my voice, guys. This is not good. Not good. Right, I just want to do something else. What can I do on that? I'm going to rip it out. I just make up little bundles of these. Oh my goodness, why won't that rip? Okay, we'll cut it then. I'm not fussing. I'm not fussing. You don't want to rip. We can always shabby up the edges. That is definitely... Oh, I think it might be on some shiny plastic stuff I can see underneath. What's that? Oh my goodness me. I forget what I've done, don't I? Now we can rip... No, we can't rip it. Well, how weird. Obviously, that I was playing around with doing something there. It's far too straight for my liking. I just have to bash it up a bit. I know, I thought I'd finished, but, you know, that wasn't to be. Grab a black pen. Just do something. Just something on there. What do you think? Too big? It's gonna... I needed it thicker. Urgh. I wanted it to sit on top, but it's not gonna... I could just put it there. I could. Let me just take that off again. You know what I'm going to do? This is very much my sort of crafting. Try something. If it doesn't work, have another go. And, you know, we don't always get it right first time. So that is better. And I want to put it, I'm going to put it like that. I think that looks cool. I could really do with it being thicker. And I don't know if this will, actually glue down. So we're going to give it a go. And I'm going to glue down the middle like this and just stick it on. I think this might be like crisp packet or something. We'll see if that stays stuck. We may have to rethink that plan, won't we? I think I'm done. So there she is. I'm going to have little art adventures in it. I think that's perfect. And yes, have I got some of them upside down? Probably. Doesn't matter. We're going to be covering those pages. Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining me.